Hey Cole, Alan Cockrell with ABC, hitting coordinator with the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're going to take a look at your video today, talk about some of the things that I'll talk to my hitters about. Love your setup position, very good athletic position, good load into the backside. Set that foot down, get a real strong transfer of weight into your front side. Your back foot actually even comes up off the ground. That's kind of what some of the old school guys used to do, the Frank Robinsons, the Hank Aaron's. Today you'll see Albert Pujols do it a little bit. He gets really, really strong into that front leg with transfer, and that just provides more pop. That's all that does. That looks good. I like the upper half. I like how you keep everything squared up. There's one thing I'm going to talk to you about that I just want you to be a little bit careful of, okay? When we set that foot down right there, that heel plants, when the heel plants right here, heel's planted, here's what I look for. I see a lot of good lines in here, okay? I'm going to go back. See good lines. I see knees good and athletic, good equal bend in both knees. Both knees are inside your feet. Your hips nice and square. Your shoulders are nice and square. Your hands are shoulder height. You have good separation, meaning your hands are loaded back behind your back leg. This head is sitting right over the belt buckle. It's a very good attacking position. One thing I want you to be careful of. As soon as that heel plants, all forward movement with the body, it stops, okay? And by that I mean the front side does not continue to go forward. The back side is going to drive into the front side, which yours does, but we don't want this front side to continue to slide forward. And what I'm going to do is draw a little line right here on your front hip, okay? Now I'm going to click it a couple times. We're going to go forward, and just watch your front hip. See it start to slide forward just a little bit from right there. At that point, right here, when the heel plants, okay, we shouldn't see the body slide forward from this line. If the body slides forward, that's a little bit of glide, and that little bit of glide takes away from the backside driving and the hands connecting, meaning that back elbow will slide underneath to fall into the slot, get to that connected point, and allow the barrel to go forward. The whole time that we're sliding forward, it just causes our hands to not really drag, but we're not getting them forward out front into contact and then through extension. Okay. One of the things I've done, and this is I've not mentioned it on any of these videos that I've done, but I actually have used a little wedge, a front foot wedge, and I built it myself. It's about this wide. It goes down like this, okay? It goes down like this, and it's slanted. It's slanted. This height right here is about 3 inches, okay? We're looking at about 3 inches on this height. This height down here is flush with the ground, so you get almost like a door wedge, and you get 2 of those, and then you just put a piece of plywood over the top of that, and it just angles down in this direction, and we just put that stride foot into that wedge, and it just keeps us from letting this front hip slide forward, and that's really the only thing I see in your swing. I see this hip starting to leak forward. It's starting to get out in front of you, and that's the only thing that's going to cause you problems. That's going to make it difficult to handle decent fastballs inner half. It's going to make it difficult to handle any type of breaking ball moving away from you. And again, I have built mine myself. This end right here is about 3 inches tall. It's about 1 foot wide, and then the plywood that goes down in this direction will end up running flush with the ground down here. So the piece of wood under the plywood is actually like a doorstop. It's in the shape of a wedge doorstop, wooden doorstop, and it just allows a brace. It's an artificial brace, but it allows us to put our foot into that and not slide forward with that front hip. So that would be something I would really like for you to look into, maybe trying to get. Okay, so as soon as the heel plants, we don't want any more movement with that front hip, and we just see that front hip slide just a little bit forward. Okay, but you do a really good job of driving the weight forward with this back leg. Do a really good job of getting that weight going here, driving it into there. When you do, this elbow drops underneath. We're going to get it down into the slot. So at this particular point, we've got that nice connection there with having the hands and the back elbow and the hip aligned, and then that's going to allow for the contact point and then the extension through it. Okay. One of the things that we see here, just because this hip has started to slide forward, is this front knee actually gets over the top of that front foot. And I wouldn't call it a lunge, I would call it a slide. And if that front hip slides, that we don't have a brace. So what we want at this point is we want that knee inside here, so that knee is sitting way inside this foot. Okay? And it braces, doesn't allow for any more weight to go forward. It firms up, and now the backside is driving into something firm, and that allows for, now when we get to the connection, that allows for the hands to go forward, and we can get really good extension through contact. Okay, so we'll run this back to contact, and where are we? There's contact right there. Okay, and you know, I don't know exactly where this pitch is, but we'd probably like to see the hand slightly more out front, and then extending through, keeping this top hand, keeping that top hand palm up as long as we can, and just allowing for a good full finish. But I love your weight transfer. I love the fact that this knee right here, the back knee, I love how it works inside this front leg. Now where this knee is right here, if we could just keep it right in there, don't let it slide forward anymore, but we just see that front hip slide just a little bit, this back foot leaves the ground. That's awesome. That's really awesome. We just want to keep this hip underneath us, not let this knee slide forward, get outside that front foot. We lose that brace, we lose that firmness to drive into it and really get the extension that we want. So you know, again, this is something that you're going to you probably have to build yourself. I haven't seen any of these anywhere in circulation. Like I said, I just built my own, and when I did it with the guys in mind that are just like you. As soon as this stride foot lands, okay, the heel hits right there, all forward movement stops. No more forward movement with that front hip. No more. As soon as the heel plants, there is no more forward movement right there. That stays right there. And now this drives it here. This drops underneath with the elbow. We get to that connection. Now we can work forward, and we can go to both sides of the plate, and we can handle off-speed pitches too. Okay, this is something that for the last 2 weeks that I've been doing these videos, I've never mentioned this to anyone, but this is something that will seriously help you. And again, it's the best way to feel, keeping that front hip underneath you right there. Do not let it slide forward anymore. The more it slides forward, the more it causes us to kind of catch the ball back here a little bit too much. And if we start feeling like we're going to get beat, then that front hip's really going to start to leak out of there, because that's just a natural move. Our body knows we're not in a position to get to a ball and stay through it, so it starts to make moves to compensate for being in that position. But that's the only thing I see. That is really, everything else looks textbook to me. I love your setup. I love the load. Just don't let that hip slide. Don't let it slide. As soon as your toe's going to hit first, your heel's going to plant, and as soon as it does, there is no more forward movement. Everything braces into that front leg. Drive it into that front leg. Keep that front knee inside that front foot, and then just let the barrel explode through contact and into extension. Okay? Right there, This point, it's stopped. No more forward movement, all right? That wedge will help you. If you can picture in your mind what I was talking about, build one of those things, it's going to help you immensely, okay? Hey, Cole, good-looking swing, bud. Let's keep that front hip underneath us. I want to thank you for coming to our camp. Best of luck.